Hello guys and welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda and we are here with a review on these Winsor Newton Cotman series paints. This is the studio set. I think 45 or 42 colours come in it. I think you get like 39 if there's no 42 if there's no repeats. I don't know. Anyway, at the start I did this little funky thing where I tried to be all fancy, and I don't know if it came across very well or whatever, if you guys like to see that. I just thought that I would show the colours as I opened them and stuff like that. And then I did a swatch and I completely failed at that as well, but never mind. These are the colours that come with the set, and I am going to do an illustration to show them off, but the illustration that I'm doing isn't something that is going to show it off very well because there's only like a very limited colour palette in this. So I'm doing this little snake illustration. Now if you watch my other videos, my 365 animals videos, this is something that I wanted to do with those videos. So I randomise an animal on my website. I'll link the videos in the description in case you haven't seen them before, but I randomise the animals on my videos, and then I do like a facts kind of thing where I write down all the facts about the animal that came up, and then I do a couple of drawings and sketches, and there is going to be changes to that series coming soon. I hope that you guys are going to like the changes, but I just think that it'll make me be able to do more. But we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I do that, and then the thing that I wanted to do with those that I ended up not doing because I didn't have enough time, or I told myself I didn't have enough time, was do illustrations based on the facts that I got. So here's the rattlesnake, and if you watch the video you'll hear a lot more of the facts, but one of the facts that stuck out to me that made this little thing in my mind come to life was that snakes like to sunbathe. They like the sun, basically. They like to lie in the sun. So I decided to make this little goofy illustration of a little cave, because one of the other facts is that they like to live in caves, the species that I was researching anyway, and that they like to sunbathe in the sun. So I thought of a little snake, and to start with I did think about getting a lounger and like having the snake fully lying down, but then I just thought that that's not really how snakes do it. Like, they would lie on their stomachs, they wouldn't really lie on their backs. And I know this is an illustration and you can do whatever you want, but I just thought that it would just be a little bit too silly looking, so I decided to have it just sitting on a lounger, which is a bit weird to start with anyway. And I don't think that this illustration is particularly good, but I am trying to ease myself into illustration because I don't do illustrations at all, if you know me. So this is one thing that I want to do, is that I want to improve my creativity and improve my way of illustrating things. So I kind of regret all of the lines that I did, because I actually ripped this off of Google. Well, not fully, but like the concept basically. There was this picture of a cave and it looked like this, and it had all these squiggles all over it, and I thought that would look cool for shadows, but in the end it just kind of looked a little bit weird, and I should have done the rocks like I did in the collab video that I did with Scribblefix. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it somewhere as well. But yeah, I should have done the rocks more like that rather than like this, but I thought that this would be more cartoony looking, but I just got confused as to what was meant to be dark and what was meant to be light, and it just kind of looks a little bit too busy for a simple illustration like this, and it kind of takes away from the little tiny snake that's on the lounger at the bottom of the thing. So I don't have a screen for my camera at the moment. My camera's busted, so I'm really sorry if I go off screen at any point, but this is more about the paints, so let's get on to talk about those. So the colours that come with this are quite nice, and I really do like them. The colours that I like the most are probably the pinky colours and the purples, because I find it really difficult to mix those colours. Obviously it's really hard to mix pink because you know, it just is. But the dioxine purple and the purple lake, the mauve, the rose madder, the permanent rose, I love those colours, they're awesome. I really like that you get a variety of blues as well. You get the cobalt, the cerulean, the turquoise, the intense blue, which is phthalo blue, and the Prussian blue as well. You also get phthalo green, which is intense green, viridian hue, emerald, hooker's green dark, hooker's green light, sap green. So you get a lot of variety of greens and blues in there. You also get a lot of brown colours, which I really like because it's easier to mix skin tones then and like do a lot more like landscapes and stuff like that. So if you want to see me use these more in like more colourful illustrations, I will actually be using these a lot, especially when I am doing stuff in my sketchbook, because I decided to buy these paints just for cheap paints. I didn't really want to use my schmink too much, and my schmink are getting a little bit low, so I thought that I would get these for just having fun and playing around, and then if I ever want to do like a really cool massive big illustration that I'm going to sell, then I will use my schmink. But the colours in these are just amazing. Like you get 5 of pretty much each colour, apart from the purple you only get like 2, but well 3 if you count the purple lake, but that looks a lot more pink. But I think I screwed up because I was counting along how many swatches I had done and I think I miscounted a couple of times. The thing that I don't like about this set is that you get 2 whites. You see my white is a little bit manky, and that's because I did use the white a little bit, but if it's not there then I wouldn't miss it really. I like to pastelize colours, but I think it's much better if you want to use pastels, then you should probably use gouache, because they're easier to pastelize and they make more sense to use the white in gouache, because gouache white is like the bomb. And I don't like the fact that you get 2 I think you get 2 blacks, like you get 2 ivory blacks and 2 lamp blacks, which I don't like either. I have used the blacks and I do a touch, but it's just a tiniest little bit, and if I'm going to do like any lining and I just want to do it with my paintbrush, then I will use the black. But I just don't like the fact that they give you those colours. I think they also give you 2 ultramarines and 2 alizarin crimsons as well, so they give you quite a lot of doublers, but it's still okay because I know that a lot of people use the alizarin crimson a lot, and a lot of people use the ultramarine a lot as well, so they do give you colours that they think that you will use the most. So I like that aspect of it. But yeah, I really like the colours. The viridian hue and the emerald green act a little bit weird. They leave like weird streaky bits, I don't know why, but the colours are vibrant. They are very nice to use. Everybody knows that the Cotman brand are really good for a student grade paint. They're very high pigmented and they are very like cheap to use, but they're still really good quality. And if you are starting out in watercolour, I would definitely recommend you go with the Cotman series first. I wouldn't recommend to go with the Koi first because those are more chalky. These are not chalky at all. They go down on the paper very well. They do not do any weird things like dry weird or whatever, apart from the emerald and the viridian hue, I would say, and maybe a little bit the cerulean blue. They act a little bit weird. It seems to be the greens that was acting strange for me for some reason, because the intense green and the sap green did it a little bit as well, but maybe it was just the brush that I was using, I'm not sure. Also the Van Dyke brown did it. I don't know how to explain it to you, but I maybe will take a picture and insert it in here, probably not, but maybe I'll do it on my Twitter. And if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter page, then you will see what I mean about the weirdness that happens when you paint with the greens for some reason. Anyway, so I decided to use yellow for this. I was going to use red for the little thing, but I decided to use yellow just to use the same kind of colours throughout. I'm not really happy with this illustration, but I'm happy that I did more than one element in a drawing. So yeah. I think that that's all I've got to say about these paints. I just recommend them a lot. You should get them, and I can't wait to do more illustrations with these. And really, they are just great for practicing your techniques for watercolour, and the colours are really good. Like I said, I can't really show you these, but I've been using them a lot in my Sims 4 paintings in real life, so if you want to go over and check those out, then you can do that as well. They are on this channel, so I'll link all of that stuff in the description if I remember. And we're getting back into videos, guys. We're doing this. I have a lot of plans, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. If you want an update video about all this stuff that's coming, then I will do that as well. But if you have any requests or suggestions of challenges or things that you want me to do, then please comment them below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.